Hello everyone and welcome to Sacred Symposium. This is my YouTube where I do a channeling from spirit. I've just been sitting for a few moments, grounding my energy, opening up my energy, bringing in my protections. All of my team are here to help, and I was just tuning in to see what wanted to come forward because I was asking for a message, and I was asking for a message for the world. And I seem to be getting a line of energy which sounded like the angels of Atlantis. So I'm not sure, I'm much more connected to Lemuria than I am Atlantis, I feel. But I'm just going to see what they have to say. It might not be them, it might just be that I'm getting lots of different things. So I will just endeavour to leave a message. So hopefully the transmission also sends the energy out and reaches you maybe on a different level. So just listening to it and listening to it again and again, you may find beneficial, you might find helpful, okay? Yes, we come forward with the beautiful energy of the Atlantis civilization. We're coming in on the frequency of the highest vibrations of love and light. And we expose ourselves to humanity and humanity's rocky situation currently. We find ourselves to be present in a space that is hospitable to our energy, and we appreciate such an invite and welcome, and we will endeavour to deliver something which is of a appeasement for your traumas. There is a requirement to understand at the basic level that you are watched over, that you are understood, that we have the privilege to be present with you, and it is through your commanding our energy to come forward that we are able to suppress that which is discouraging and demonstrating a reluctance for the advancement of the human spirit. That is why many teachers of the spiritual world will say call on the angels, because it is in your calling us forth that we can have an effect. We can use our energy in a pulsating way to actually trigger better outcome scenarios. And so regardless of whether you are religious or not, you should deem it important to call on the angelic support available to you. Being the vibration of Atlantis means that we are of a higher frequency than that of the frequency that is currently residing on the planet. It is a frequency that is familiar to Earth because it was based here a long time ago. However, that frequency was removed because there was a pathway which was not conducive to the elevation of the spirits of consciousness, but rather it took a different turn and became a soiled and a perpetrated density and evil, we would say, in its categorization of facilitation of the outcomes of the prospects that were in continued divination, we would say. This one feels like that doesn't make sense. we are getting used to her vocabulary, and we are hoping that we are situating ourselves to such a degree that she is now feeling us more composite within her, and as such she can allow for us to really take over and embrace the opportunity, yes, to greet you and to offer some wisdom from this highest perspective. You are beings of light. You carry the light within you, and you have codes of light which function within your DNA, and they allow for you to transmit and transform. All of this knowledge is forbidden. All of this knowledge is held deep within the recesses of many a spiritual school, a religious text, you might say, and it has been kept only for certain groups and certain cult phenomena or cult organizations, we would say, where the gatherings and the use of the processes were used, not always for bad, but often they were misused. And so that is why the energy was shifted to a different frequency. It was removed in order to restore and go on a period of realignment in order to create the possibility to re-establish this divine energy onto the planet again. And you are doing well, and you have to a degree anchored in this new light and anchored in the possibility of harnessing much more of this Atlantic vibration, we would say. The wisdom that follows is wisdom which has a beauty to it and is understood by you. This is not something where you need to do a degree to evaluate a situation, because it is a natural element of your makeup. It is a natural assimilation or assembly to this connector, to this light vibration, to this coding, we would say. We call it light often, but it is information. It is, as you would deem it, knowledge, word, math, geometry, energy, function, fluctuation, vibration, sound, light. So it comes in various different ways, but it is essentially information or knowledge coming, and it is seated in your cells. So it is partly you. And the flame of ascension is to reignite the vibrancy of that frequency within your cells, is to enliven the seed, as you were told already. It allows for the right circumstances for the seed to grow and prosper. And so that is what we are saying, is there is much more an enlightening of your physical body. The DNA structure is enlightening and enlivening. And that is allowing it to become different. That is allowing it to draw to it new information. And that is allowing it to absorb and transform, like the butterfly, into something completely new, different and changed. Our request is that you, as we said before, call on us. Our request is that leave behind all those ideas where you are solid matter and you are not important and you are just trudging through life to get to the end. That is a misnomer. That is incorrect. That is a vital misunderstanding on your part. And so we say that there is a need to realize that you are part of the structure of Earth. And in being part of this structure of Earth, you are feeling the frequency changes within you too. There is a great energy propulsion, which is which is drawing close to you in order to surround the planet with this frequency, which will enable transformation to occur. But it seems a far off fantasy for many of you. As you can see, we have switched speaker, and now we are going to be much more formatted, we would say, within this being, and we are able to transfer much easier, so she should relax a little more. Greetings. We are coming forward, and we are part of your galactic team, and we resonate with all of you because we are assisting you and have been assisting for quite some time. There is a need to understand the Galactic Collective is a witness to your transformation, and it is parallel with you during this transformation. There is a scope of recognition and a scope of admiration for you during this time. We would say to you that there is a function in our ability to connect in this way, but also to partake in many ways where you are not privy to that information just yet. And so the Galactic Councils work with the energies on the planet a great deal, overseeing and helping to transmit frequencies which will help alleviate suffering and help shift you in a dynamic direction, which will then elevate the whole of the source energy, which is part of the platonic structure of your world. And so during these phases of restructuring, there is a critical mass which has come to fore, and during this period of critical mass, critical ascension, there is a benevolent energy around you which is surrounding you and assisting you and drawing you forward to connect with it in order to appease you of any pain and suffering. It is our duty to fall in line and to be receptive to your calls and to answer your calls. And so we would say that there is a great deal of suffering that we're witnessing, but there is a great deal of healing also on the opposite side. And so through the destruction, you are waking up. Through the destruction, you're opening your hearts. Through the destruction, you are developing into a different human being. You may not understand that the category of crisis, we would say, that is occurring is actually a helpful one for the benefit of the entire planet, and we understand that that is difficult for many of you to understand, but it is a part of the history that has been laid out, and it is coming to an end. We would say we have a great deal of hope for your achievements and for your gathering and for your support of the better way forward. We would ask you to be mindful of those who wish to regurgitate the old ways again and again, because that got you nowhere and it's got you here, and it is not needed currently as you're moving into the next phase. But as many are still coming from the old vine, coming from the old blueprint, there is a possibility that they are showing too much of their own influence into situations because their knowledge is limited. They may have an awareness of something, but they are not knowledgeable in that. And so they are misfiring. They are not getting the right information to the right places or the right people. They are making wrong decisions. They are not deciding for the highest good of all. And so there is a requirement to take them on a different educational wave, we would say. There is a need to impart the information which they are receiving through your demonstration, but there is a transformation which will need to happen before the new situations align, but we would say that it is important that you get used to the fact that as new situations align, you must know what these new situations are. You must be able to pinpoint the exact locations and disseminate the information to set up these new situations. Many of you on the earth plane have had a reliance on what has been before, have had a reliance on the old energy worlds, and so there was a structure that you knew and a structure that played out, and that was simple, and that is all that was required. So now that you're moving into a new template, and this is a whole new world, and this is a very unfamiliar world for many of you. Some of you have been party to this world and are partaking in this world, are very much a part of working with the invisible realms, you might say. And so we are grateful for that. We are grateful for your work and for your apprenticeship, and we would like to say that we will be continuing to work with you during this transition phase. But for those of you who this is all very new, and your feet will flounder as you step out of the old and have no idea what you're stepping into, we would say that a requirement to learn about your body, to learn about the nature of your being, to connect with nature, because nature is transforming as well at the same time. That will alleviate some of the suffering and some of the pressure, and actually bring you to a state of balance, which will then help you understand the new ways and help you take what you can with you, but to amend it and create an adjunct to what is usual. We are accepting this opportunity as a great opportunity to come forward and deliver this. It is often that we congregate and we have our meetings and our gatherings, and we have to bear witness to terrible, terrible things because we see so much more than you see. We are also working on different levels, and we are aware that there is much happening on separate levels that you are currently not aware of also. And so it's a multifaceted thing that we are taking care of, but we are on it. We are around you. We are supporting you. We are part of the Federation, which has been given the task to come forward and issue this command to you, so you are appraised of it. We will leave you now and let the angels step back in. Thank you. We are grateful to our warriors of light. We are grateful to those who bear witness to this transformation, and we are grateful for the assistance that they give to the planet and to everyone. We ask for you to keep calling on the angels of light, on the angels of abundance, on the angels of manifestation, on the angels of the love frequency. We ask for you to call on us, the angels of Atlantis, to bring forward care, gentleness, love, compassion, frequency switch-ups, new information. And we ask that you demonstrate a belief in such angelic support, because as soon as you do, it will be right there with you. We have come forward now because this new frequency, this new energy is implanting on the planet. It is here, and you're able to bear witness to it now. It has not grown to a degree where you are able to visually see the production of it, visually see the evidence of it necessarily, but you will notice that this new high frequency vibration will alter your life completely and alter the way that you exist, and it is time for that to happen. It is time for you to step on this new route, and you are doing it while you remain on the earth. Those who decide to stay are doing it while you remain here on the earth. This transformation, this change, you're bearing witness, you're part of it, you're growing with it, you're getting to experience it while you're a human. This is the greatest opportunity that has arisen. And so we would like to say to finish that angelic support is easy to reach for. It requires nothing from you, only that you ask. It comes flowing, and it comes with the great good in mind. If you are unable to connect with any other beings, celestial beings, high energy frequency beings, then call on the angels, no matter what religion you show your allegiance to. We would say call on the angels, particularly us, because we are now stepping forward to guide in this new blueprint, this template that is revolutionary. The earth herself is expanding into her celestial being, into her celestial self, and you're getting to go along for the ride. So fear not, ones. Simply call on us and we will look after you. No matter who you are, no matter where you are, open up and ask for support. And we want you to understand that it is not necessary that you ask for support for the great transformation. We want you to reach out for us for any little thing, anything that you require. Ask us to make our presence felt. Ask us to come close to you. We come with this vibration, we come with this frequency, we come with this power. And because the situation of the implanting of this energy has occurred, we are able to be right there with you. We are around you all, surrounding you all with love and light. And we cannot wait to answer your call. So we will leave that there. Thank you. Okay. Thank you very much, Galactics. Thank you very much, Angels of Atlantis. I don't really know much about the Angels of Atlantis, so I'm going to have to Google that now and see what's happening with the Atlantis template as well. I don't know a great deal. I mean, I've heard of Atlantis, etc., but I've not done a great deal of research. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of research now and find out what that's all about. Thank you very much if you stayed with me to the end. Do let me know if it resonates. But I think the main message coming through was we are being supported, things have changed. I love the fact that they were saying celestial being, the earth is a celestial being. We need to recognize that, you know, and as we are on her, we are too. So for me, that was really, it's kind of like something I'd want to paint if I was any good at painting something like that. That's awesome. But anyway, thank you very much. Today's May the 7th, Tuesday. This is your Sacred Symposium. I hope you enjoyed. Leave me a thumbs up, that would be great. It just helps with the video. If you do want to leave a comment, that would be great as well, and just how it was for you, how you received it, and what it meant for you, if it resonated, if you're kind of on the same sort of, getting the same kind of information. That would be good if we're all getting the same kind of information at the same time. But yeah, there's definitely change of it, I think, that we're going to be witness to. So thank you very much for joining, and I'll see you next time. All the best. Bye bye.